Well, that's what happens when you step off into a deep gully. It goes up to your neck. You end up with waders for the water. That's part of the fun. Well, welcome to Fishing with CJ. Back down on the reef, hoping for a bass. We came down here this morning at first light. Jason Scott, the Eastbourne fisherman, is still down there, and we've been out wading, hoping for a bass. Roll the film and see how we got on. Fantastic, lovely morning. I'm ending my session early because I managed to step into a deep gully and fill my waders up, so time to get home before I get cold. But yeah, no, a lovely morning. Catch you later. You need a stick. So we swapped over to a Tide Minnow Slim. So slightly different action. It'll float, but when you crank it, it will actually dive down a little bit. But it's a shallow runner because there is some reef just about breaking the surface here. So let's give that a go. It's not going to cast as well as the other one. Oh, I don't know, casts pretty well. Oyster catcher. You alright? I just love the light down here. It just changes as the sun comes up. Whoa, sea trout just jumped right out of the water out there. Out there, a sea trout, get there, look. The sea trout. Yeah, it looks like he went over the top.
Oh shit. Because I ain't got the back straps on.
Oh right.
Oh shit.
Careful. Don't fall into your own camera.
Oh, get down. Cool, that's nice walk.
Wading stick.
Shows you how easy it is to get cut out.
No, exactly. Exactly. All right, mate.
Lovely jelly.
Well, it was a lovely morning anyway.
Not bad too. Fun.
Neither Jason or I caught on that session, which was a little bit disappointing because the conditions were perfect. Because I saw the sea trout jumping out of the water, I have been promised a session with a friend who's going to show me the intricacies of sea trout fishing. So later I went up a local tidal river and had a go for sea trout. So let's see how that went on. Let me just say it wasn't a blank. So we've got a selection of my friend's spinners. You'll see that the hook sizes are quite small in comparison to my first offering, which is a good size spinner, but the hooks are too big, so we'll think about changing that. But as you can see, they've got quite a weight to their body. This one, he's put masking tape on to actually make it black, but left some silver edges just so it's got a little bit of flash, and that apparently works really well. So that's a kind of go-to fix if you haven't got a black spinner in your tackle box. The importance is accuracy, not just in left and right accuracy, but in distance accuracy as well. It's important that you're casting right across the river here, landing your lure right on the last edge of the margin before you end up in the weeds, so that you fish the whole width of the river, because a sea trap can be lying anywhere in this area, and basically you're going to cast across, you're going to cast upstream a little bit more, you're going to take a couple of steps to the left, and then you're going to repeat. You're going to keep on doing that, working the lure across the water in a nice, slow, steady retrieve, hoping that you're going to create that bite response, because it's believed that the sea trout aren't actually feeding when they're in the river, and it's a territorial reaction, so they see this annoying spoon fluttering by them and they snap at it, and that's what you're trying to create. But on the other side of that, although you've got yourself close enough to create that, you want to be so close that you spook the fish and make the fish swim off. So it is an art, and it's something that is going to involve a lot of practice and I think a lot of frustrations as well. And we will see through the season how I get on with that. But anyway. So we just moved up a little way up the river. It's going to put another lure on and have a go on this spot. There's definitely not fish moving around here. It won't be sea trout, but you know, you've got to be in it to win it, as they say. I did lose a lure, so the first job I've got to do is to tie a new lure on. Now, I was advised to get rid of the bit of fluorocarbon, but as it's on here, I'm going to leave it on for the time being. As we've already seen, those trebles are too big really, but it's all about practicing and getting my cast accuracy, because it's very important that the cast is accurate. We need to be not landing it on top of a resting fish, but and not too close to spook it, but close enough to create the bite response. So I've tried a bait caster just now, but to be honest, I'm not getting the range with it, so maybe I can practice in that. But we're going to practice with this for a little bit longer, just lobbing it out into this little bay area over here, just to perfect my accuracy more than anything. As I say, it's unlikely that we're going to catch a sea trout today. You know, it might pick up a pike or something like that, which we'll have to release straight away, as it's not open season for pike. Woo! Because I've been lobbing this all the way across quite a large pool, I've got to limit my range on this. It's a nice flashy lure. Ooh, that's perfect. Right in the margins. That's perfect. This is a heavier lure than the one I was with. I have lost a lure. The trick is to get a slow enough retrieve but obviously you've got to be prepared to speed up the retrieve a little bit if you feel it plucking on the weeds or the bottom, to get it, bring it up in the water column a little bit. That's better. Just gentle casts. See, so far up till now I've just been banging out lures as far as I can get them. This is a little bit more delicate, a bit more finesse. Now obviously this is a club water. It is very heavily bailiffed, so don't be tempted, if you can work out where I am, to come down here and fish here if you're not a member, because you will get caught. Yeah, and I've paid a lot of money to have the privilege of come fishing for sea trout, because the sea trout season started on the 1st of May. So it's okay to fish for sea trout, but you can't be fishing for coarse fish on here yet, not for another month and a half. All I'm really doing is I'm just practicing the skills necessary for this. Don't know if you can hear the cuckoos calling in the background. Quite a distance off, unfortunately. Got my big camera with me just in case one comes close and get a photograph of it. Trick is to work the water, so fish straight across, fish up a little bit, move right. Fish straight across, fish up a little bit, move right. Now that went exactly where I wanted it to go. Oops, step in a rabbit hole. Not good. Let's try underhand casting it. Not quite getting enough distance. Ooh, that was a good cast. Better still, better cast. Exactly where I wanted it, exactly where I was aiming to put it. Not necessarily the right spot, but it was where I was aiming for. Huge raft of weed coming down here to get this in before that reaches me, because that would definitely cause me to lose gear, I think. Right, let's move up a little bit more. Wait for that raft of weed to come through. Cuckoo's gone quiet. Oh! That was perfection, apart from the fact it went over the top of a branch. So that wasn't going to fish. Getting it underneath there. Let's try sideways. Ooh, that's a good cast. That was good. That's the answer, isn't it? How sideways cast going. Need to get my eye in. I'm more than capable of doing this, it's just that I've not been practicing my accuracy, I've been working on distance. I think it's a visit to the tackle shop. There's a couple of things I need. I need to get some more of these lures because I do think I'm going to lose some, that's for sure. But I also want to get a decent landing net head that I can put on that long handle, because at the moment the net that's on there is a little bit small, but I need a long handle. Lots of little bait fish in here. Which means there's probably a pike around. Oh, pike! Pike on! Not the target species, I assure you, and we're going to have to release this pretty damn quick, but a fish nonetheless. Got to get it back to where my net is. Come on, come down, Mr. Pike. That's it. Nice little jack. I can't get it to the net. I need to go to the net and get it. It's a bloody high bank. Don't want to end up in the river. Remember, there isn't a wire trace on this, but it's alright because the hook is right in the scissors of its jaw, it's nowhere near the line, so it looks well hooked. Oh, don't get the hook caught in the net, would be bad. Woohoo! Right, let's leave it in the water for a bit. Work out what we're going to do here. Nettles. I keep finding the nettles with my elbows. Right, let's get him back in the water pronto. Now I'm not fishing for pike, because you're not allowed to fish for pike this time of year. I'm fishing for sea trout, honestly. I am. But literally the lure hit the water and there was a fish on here. It's holding deep. I mean, pike aren't the only fish that would, oh no, it's a little jack. Woo! Taking line. It's only a little jack pike though. Oh, there it is. Little jack pike on a lure meant for a sea trout. They are a bycatch, it's not what we're fishing for. Whoa! For a little fish, that has definitely got some spunk. Come on out, it's gone under some weeds there. Ooh! I almost imagine that a bigger pike's taking the little one, the way that's bending it. Might go up river again. It's the net. Whoa, got to be careful because there's a fake bank here which is just grass. I end up in a bloody river again. Can I get down there? There's bank there. I can get down here. There's a big muddy tussock there. Can I get and stand on that? Might be able to. Yeah, it feels fairly solid. Feels fairly solid. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear the cuckoos going again. Get the line the other side of this reed. There we go. Got it out of there. There it is. There's the fish. Get it out. Is it out? Yeah, he's out. Ah. Come on. Come to father. Whoa! 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 Well, fish is in the net. Let's see if we can get out of here without falling in the river. Another little jack. Well made up with that. We're getting back straight back in because, as I say, we're not meant to be fishing for pike. We're fishing for sea trout. So, little beauty. A little beaut. Get the hooks out without hurting it. Oh, sit still, you silly fish. I'm going to get you back in the water. Back. You're swimming. Barbs are all flattened out on this, so should come out nice and easy. An old Percy pike. Let's get him back in the water. Quickly, toot sweet. Put him in the net. Put him in, let him have a little rest. Definitely got a bit of life. He's kicking like mad in the net. He's trying to get out the back of the net. There we go. And away. Hello, mate. I think I better stop fishing. I've had 2 pikes so far. Yeah. So, no, nothing big. They're both jacks. The biggest one was about £5, I think, and the other one was probably about £3 or £4. So, just little jacks. I mean, the second one, it hit the lure as it hit the water. I mean, it hadn't even started winding it, and there was a fish on. So, will do. Yeah, so as I say, I'm going to stop because I don't want to catch any more of them. So, no. Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, mate. All right.
I'll see you soon.
Catch you later. Bye. Bye. Well, that's a great insight into the techniques, equipment, skills that are required to catch sea trout. Now, 'Tis a little early. I think it's a few more weeks before we start seeing them coming up the river. But it's given me some good idea, given me some ideas, some bits and bobs that I'm going to have to collect. I need to get a bigger landing net, without a doubt. I need to get some more MEPS lures, because I do suspect that because of the casting right over to the far margins, you can do some tackle doing this. But yeah, fantastic. And of course, although I wasn't meant to be catching them, catching those two little jacks were good fun. And after the 16th of June, it would be quite legal to do that as well. Yeah, so happy days. So keep safe, keep sane, keep fishing.
Blue moon, been one or two since I ran in.